My name is Nechama Katan. I'm the chief wizard at Wicked Problem Wizards. One of the things that I like to do is draw models to explain different ideas and in particular books that I have read. So I just finished reading Co-Intelligence on the recommendation of Dan Martell, and Co-Intelligence by Ethan Mollick. It's a really good overview of what does generative AI do and what does it not do and why would you use it and how would you use it and where would you use it. So if I think of the book overall, there's kind of two guardrails that he bounces back and forth between. One of which is machine machine intelligence, right? So machine intelligence, what do machines do really well? And then the second is human judgment. All right, so let's start with what do machines do really well? Okay, and where are they able to really outperform a human? So speed, right? They think much, much faster than we do. Scale, they can just simply consume huge amounts of material much faster. If you go and read a book, it's going to take you a number of hours. If you ask ChatGPT to give you the summary, it will happen in a minute. That's not going to give you the deep understanding of the book, but it's going to give you an understanding and an idea. It's working through token predictions. It's really, really, really important to understand that generative AI is just token prediction. So token prediction. If I start a common phrase like I think, therefore, almost everyone, including a machine, will finish that with I am. On the other hand, if you take something completely different, the elephant was eating pancakes sitting on the moon. What gets finished from that? It's going to be different and a little bit random. It's fast, right? Computers are fast, and it excels at how much it understands. Okay. So that's the things that the machines do very, very well. Human judgment, okay? This is where we have ethics, meaning, right? A computer is not going to give you meaning about something. Empathy, lived experience, empathy. Though some people would say the computers are giving you more and more understanding. And then we're going to have much more understanding of why. All right. So if we have these two things, what do you do with it? And how do you approach it? And so then he goes through 4 rules for dealing with AI that are independent of which AI you're working with at the moment. As he says, they're not going to, the AI is not static, and the one he played with in 23 is very different than the one we've got in 25, but it's growing. Rule, he says, is invite the AI to the table. Okay, so rule 1 is invite AI. All right, start off with AI, see what it can do. Then you're going to loop back and you're going to be, you invite in the AI, you see what it can do. So you're going to spiral over, you're going to be the human in the loop, which is step 2, right? Step 3 is to treat AI like a person. It would help if I could spell. Treat AI like a person. So now we're going to come back to the AI side, right? And then you're going to assume it is the worst, right? That the AI is, in fact, the AI that you're dealing with today is the worst it's ever going to be. And you're going to come back and you're going to continue to loop across. And as you continue to loop across at each level, the amount of co-intelligence, which is really what this is here, right? The amount here of co-intelligence is going to increase as you move up. And that's really kind of the basis of the book. He goes on to explain multiple use cases, one of which is AI as a tutor. Um, Why? Because what happens with teaching, there's a statistic that I had never seen, but it turns out that a person working one-on-one with an individual teacher is going to outperform by the hour just in terms of learning anyone else. And so why is that? Than any classroom. And the reason is that you need to learn, right? There's this idea that you learn one, you need to learn, you need to do, you learn something, you need to do it, then you need feedback. And AI as a tool for giving you feedback is huge. Then you learn, you give, and you do feedback, right? Give a different example. Anyone who's taken a math class in a modern textbook, when I studied math, you read the examples, you worked through it, you did the homework, checked the back to see if you were correct or not. Now, when students do it, you go through and you get the examples, you start a problem, you get instant feedback. Were you right? Were you wrong? Did you miss a step? Did you not miss a step? You can then take that feedback, learn something more, and continue to grow. And that's an example of this kind of moving up, right? If I come here instead and say, okay, I'm only going to focus on what humans can do, I'm really limited to what's going on over here, right? I say, the machine's useless. It's not giving me what I want. I'm going to go back to my human judgment. I'm not going to continue to grow. If, on the other hand, you come and you accept what the machine's giving you and you let it spin off, you'll get something, but without that human judgment coming back, without coming back to that human judgment at every step and saying, okay, wait, I've learned something now. What is that human brain? Let me slow down. And that's why I'm kind of coming down here and you come down. You slow down and say, okay, wait, what am I learning? What can I take from this? Then you go back and pick up another piece. And so if I had to, again, this you build this co-intelligence by starting with the AI, invite them in, go back and think about it, treat it like a person. There's a whole bunch of stuff and prompting on that. And then go back and say, okay, wait, this is the worst. Let me go back and try it again. Let me just keep going back and forth and back and forth. And that's how I've been most successfully using generative AI. And it's a great model for understanding the book. And if you would like to learn more about what Wicked Problem Wizards does, please check out our website, wickedproblemwizards.com, where we try to explain complicated ideas in simple ways and help people solve problems. Thank you.